Mr. Stapleton. Welcome, welcome. Hope your Saturday is off to a good start. Let me see if I can show you here real quick. I don't know if the camera exposure, oh yeah, look at that. Beam and sun, still chilly, but it's been a cold week, damp, drizzly, everything else, but yeah, look at those. But beautiful out there this morning. Morning, Paul. How's everyone's week been? Brian Fisher, good morning. Ah, rainy Saturday. Robert, you made it this morning. Nice. I didn't, just too much going on. I didn't get a chance to schedule the live stream so everyone could see that it was coming at 10:30. So hopefully we'll still collect a few of you. I sort of made it now the last, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. Last 2 weeks, I think. I've made it right here at 10:30 sharp Newfoundland time. So hopefully people are getting the idea. Good morning, New American. Again, it's 10:30 here now. Morning, JP. And I like coming on Saturday mornings. I've been really enjoying these live streams. Just getting to chat and connect with you guys in kind of an immediate sense. Yeah, couple videos went out this week. One of them was showcasing that buck with the serrated edges. What do you guys think of the serrations? Good response on both of those videos this week. And so that's always exciting, encouraging when the video response is good, and sometimes so frustrating when the video response is bad. Tim, yes sir, I can sell I sell sheaths by themselves. JP, I'm not a fan of serrated knives either, but it was fun doing them for that project. And so that buck was actually built. Morning, Thubard. Rookie, morning. So that knife was built for a seafarer, an ocean man who runs on, works on ships, goes for lengthy periods of time, sometimes months at a time. So I'm looking at building a couple other creations for him now, and he wants serrations on everything. And oftentimes, serrated knives do work well for like cording and cordage and things like that. You can have a beautifully polished edge, a really nice sharp knife, but you get a good piece of like dry nylon rope and it just does not cut. In fact, if it's a thicker rope, that first swipe you make just wipes the edge right off of the knife. Seen that time and time again. Morning, Chris. But a real nice sharp knife, you know, take a good chunk of rope and that one good push that doesn't cut all the way through. Like I said, immediately that first cut just can clean your edge right off. Even on steels like S30, they don't hold up that well to that like real coarse abrasive type of material. But serrations, even when they're dull, they're still coarse because you know you can rip through those little fibers, little sawing action. Hey, buddy. Nice of you to join me. Come on. Come on. Puss is out of her lair. That's where she lives, in her lair. Come on. I'll scratch your head. There you go. Oh, see, she's so skittish. Even just the idea of two of my hands touching her at once, a little bit nerve-wracking, like I'm gonna grab her or snatch her up or something. I'm not gonna pull you off, relax. Oh, offending her just that easy. Thanks, Chris. Actually had a young family stop in here yesterday. Some people that I knew but haven't seen in a long time. was a real treat. They actually didn't know I had the building, didn't know I had it here, and they were super excited for me. And it was a lot of fun taking them through the building and sort of talking about different plans and talking about the growth and the potential that this building offers. Just really, really exciting. So, and it was encouraging for me, and they're godly people, and they, uh, offered an encouraging word from Scripture, and it was just really building for me, and I just really appreciate it. And it's always nice to take someone through my building. A lot of times you're here in the week and you're just ripping through your daily tasks. You're just trying to get everything done and going through. And sometimes you're so fixated that you don't look up and appreciate all what's around. And gratitude is so important, and something we invest a lot in trying to teach our girls to be grateful in all things, right? Good and the bad. But when you're so fixated, even just in this like really literal sense, you're fixated on the task, you sometimes forget to look up and appreciate this magnificent building and what we have here. And so it's really nice anytime I get to tour, and I've gotten to tour maybe 6 to 8 different, or I've probably toured the building 6 to 8 different times with people now since I've owned it, just in the last couple months. And it's always exciting for me to see their reactions, and gives me a new appreciation, because I see their response, and it makes me remember all over again, wow, I really got something special here and something to be so grateful for. I was talking to someone just this past, maybe it was last week, just on the idea of gratitude again. The idea of teaching your kids gratitude when you have so much. It seems like a lot of families, and it's the case with my family here now, have we do well. We're not super rich people or anything like that here, but we do well. My wife's a teacher, and I run my own business, and my kids don't do without. They don't lack, and if there's something we need, it's never so much of a conversation of can we do it, and when you're talking about things like going to the grocery store, like we always shop responsibly and careful with our money, just because we believe we are to be good stewards. The Bible talks about stewardship of our resources. But I was talking to someone about the challenges of, just trying to keep our butt out of the camera there, the challenge of teaching your kids gratitude and giving them perspective when they don't really need, or even sometimes want in some cases, for anything. Have any of you guys faced that similar challenge? Hopefully my kids will never grow up knowing what it is to have a true need for something, and not be able to have it, not be able to source it out, not have the resources for it. Hopefully we can provide for our kids in that way, where they just, whatever they need, that we can do that for them. That would be incredible. But to still give them that perspective of, real gratitude, to appreciate everything and not be, as you call, spoiled, not just expect it's going to be there no matter what, but to be truly grateful, and to know that not everyone has those opportunities, or not everyone has the same gifts or blessings or different things that we have and have worked really hard for. That's wonderful, Chris. 2 beautiful kids there. I've seen, not met in person, but happy birthday to your daughter, Troy. 16th birthday, and didn't want anything for her birthday. Wow. I would say that's pretty unusual. I wouldn't say that happens a lot these days. And gifts seem so extravagant these days. We don't tend to do that in our family. Again, like even in Christmas and things like that, we don't go crazy. We don't spend thousands of dollars for Christmas gifts or do extravagant gifts or anything like that. My wife and I do very little for each other in terms of gifts at Christmas time. Just we don't feel the need to just spend a whole bunch of money like that, just spend up a bunch of resources when it's just because someone says it's the time to waste a whole lot of money. Just not necessary. What do you guys think on that? Hey, Drew. Again, hope you guys had a great week. These live streams are just a chance for me to come on and hear from you guys live, for you to hear me talking in natural, something that's not edited and put together. I don't script any of my videos or talking anyways, but this is just definitely more natural. Yeah, absolutely, JP. And we try to teach our kids, you know, that every gift is a gift and is special. Doesn't matter if someone gives you a pair of socks. Wonderful. How kind of that person to think of you and give you a pair of socks. Isn't that nice? Floyd, maybe Floyd says my daughter's going to ask for a belt grinder for her 10th birthday. Maybe so. Absolutely, JP. Troy. Yeah, I agree. No one benefits from gluttonous consumption. Absolutely. We try to make sure that our girls don't have that understanding and those kind of nasty traits rooted in them that they're owed something and that there's just an expectation. And sometimes it's just natural human nature. We'll catch that glimpse from a sentence or a line or something they'll say, kind of that expectation, like I'm owed something. And my wife and I are pretty quick to make it clear. Whoa, hold on a second. Let's have a little conversation about that. It is not, you know, we really teach our kids about the word privilege. And we've talked about that. And I'm not going on like a racial privilege, like a common use of the word now, but that a lot of these things you have in your life, Cat's jostling the tripod now, but a lot of things that our kids have in their lives, we try to teach them, these are privileges. They aren't necessities. You aren't guaranteed them. They could be taken away based on behavior, actions. It could be consequences. Things could be taken away, and they are privileges. You're not owed them. You have them. They are gifts for a time. Yeah, keep the sharp things off the benches at night for the sake of the cat. She doesn't come out around much at night. Or at night she comes out around a lot. So we put the blades and things away in the cabinets, but in the daytime we never see her. Unless I'm sitting like this, sitting in one spot and there's not much action and no machines running, then she'll scoop out around. She's here now and she's comfortable. But if I'm starting to walk around and busy and throwing tools around, she's gone into hiding. UV reactive rocks. Now, my oldest girl would love that because she just loves rocks. Collects them. Got them all stored up out in the yard. And brings them in a lot of times. Canadian paramedic. My wife appreciates practical gifts. I told her I like impractical gifts. So she bought me a slide whistle. I wouldn't even know what that looks like. I think that's one of those things where it makes that kind of that goofy pitch change, but I'm not sure. Don't know if I've heard the term slide whistle. But my wife and I talk a lot about the different values that we want to make sure our girls grow up with. And pretty much all of our values are all based on the one system, that is the gospel, the Bible. Thanks so much, Troy. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you stopping by. I hope your daughter has a wonderful day. Have you ever? Okay. If you wonder why I keep touching the screen, once you guys message, it pops up on the screen, and then it fades away in a couple seconds, and then someone else will message and it'll pop up and fade away. So I'm not getting a chance to read them. I have to keep kind of reactivating the message so I can read it. Floyd, have you ever thought about experimenting with folders or slip joints? Absolutely. Not, or axes? Absolutely. I've thought about it all and would love to. All comes down to time, R&D time, things like that. As you can see right now, heavily into the throes of production. Just a little taste going on here, but a lot of projects, build lists are heavy. I'll show you some more work that's on the go here in just a moment. Someone mentioned the golden rule there. Yeah, I was taught the golden rule heavily in Sunday school growing up. Although in my Yeah, agreed, Chris. Definitely not always easy. There are a lot of, you know, I've heard my dad talk about a lot of times about the idea between being a parent and being a friend or a buddy. And while it's often fun to be the friend or the buddy, that's not what your kids need most, is it? My little girls, we have a wonderful relationship. I have a wonderful relationship with my 3 little girls, and they're just jewels. And it would be real nice to be best buds all the time, but that would be a terrible disservice and negative thing, terrible thing, unloving thing to do to them, to not show them the discipline they need, to give the instruction and guidance that they need. I think I hear an airplane going past. Anyone watch Cletus McFarlane? See his little Cub Scout airplane? Man, I've been talking about for years I would love my pilot's license, get a little bush plane one day. Do you have plans on experimenting with steels other than 01? Absolutely. In time. I'm still milking that 01, and it is such a good steel. I just love it, guys. When I finish it up and take it to the stones or take it to the belt grinder and finish that edge, so good. And I love carbon steels and the patina and character they develop over time. I love the heat treating process. Just love 01 steel. Jim Jenkins, you bear 3 daughters. No, and they're all competent and strong-willed. My oldest one especially is incredibly strong-willed and lots of challenges, but man, what a girl. Yeah, I have that video linked up on my computer ready to go. Cat's knocking the tripod again. But I haven't watched Cletus' latest video yet where he landed in the Freedom Factory. Really looking forward to that. Rookie, I did not get my ham license. I went through a course, did a bunch of the studying, but I could not get up the level of knowledge that I needed to take the test at that time. And even now, I can't imagine how I would venture into that now for something that's not priority, right? Far from priority. I went and got the gear and I got set up so that in an emergency situation, I have another communications ability, but I was never able to go ahead and take my test. So I can't just jump on there and play around and have fun with it. I have a ham radio right there now, an open frequency there in the window, because I'm on a beautiful station here right up over all the harbor, and I could get get a direct signal for a long ways from up here on this hill. Yeah, Rookie, just an incredibly deep field. Who said their wife was calling them for breakfast? Let me open this up. Oh, Chris, enjoy, my friend. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your breakfast. And just a little less than 10 minutes here, we'll be heading out. Everything is coming out, just a little update. Everything is coming out of the front shop here now soon. We've got some more work on the go on the building here. This month, April, is the end of like my rental service that I was doing. So I have the big front half, or more than half of the shop, and I rented that out to local people who wanted to store their nice cars or boats or whatever. So we've had that taken up all winter, and most of it's already out. The last big thing, that's the biggest item, is coming out, I think, today. So looking forward to having that big space. I'm going to take you off of the dock here now. Just give you a quick walk around. So I've had a young fellow down here working this week, and he's been cleaning up as the snow's been melting, finding more and more like trash, not exactly garbage around the property, but I bought this property January 1st. I took ownership, and I toured it for the first time in December. So everything was buried with snow at that time. So I didn't really get a good look at the property, just the building itself, the internals. So as the snow is melting out, I'm kind of seeing all these surprises. But like I said, not garbage as such, but like wooden pallets and wooden boards and things like that all around. Yeah, just some of the work. I can't show you a bunch of brand new fancy knives today. Hasn't been one of those weeks. Well, there was some bunch of knives glued up earlier in the week, but they're done and shipped out, I believe. So there's not a lot I can show you. But you can check out my website, ColinNoseworthy.com. Lots of really nice stuff on there right now. Highly recommend it. Hey, Puss was in here. Have a look here. Video coming up. Chris Reeves, Soldier. And I've got to sign off in a little bit of a hurry there, guys. I've just seen a message that I want to get back to, hoping to meet with a friend. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you could check out my website, ColinNoseworthy.com, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the mailing list. Thanks for coming to this live stream. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for chatting.